What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is erinbies. I am a wife, a mom, a military veteran, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by the reps. Today's video is going to be yucky. I don't even know how else to describe this. I'm going to give a trigger warning right off the bat. This is somebody that is a therapist that is now in a multi-level marketing company. She is somebody that has given advice for people with OCD, people struggling with anxiety. And now, in my opinion, she has bait and switched her audience. So the trigger warning is if you have a hard time with, I guess, an abuse of power, in my opinion, using OCD, anxiety to sell an MLM product, I just take your mental health very seriously. So if any of these things are triggering to you, please just skip this video. Just skip the video. Oh, man. All right. So we're already kind of into it. So let's get into it. I'm going to play a video really quickly, and then I have her stories. And shout out to the individual that sent this to me. This person wants to remain anonymous. That's totally fine. I will say that I do believe that there is a responsibility that somebody that is an influencer has when they are posting, when they are sharing some of the stuff that they're using. I guess I'm just going to leave it at that. So let's just watch this together, and then we're going to go through lots and lots of screenshots. Oh, man. All right, let's go.
If you have OCD or anxiety, you probably hold yourself back from the things that you want to do. But that doesn't feel very good, does it? No one benefits when you play small. No one benefits from you holding yourself back. That's why I'm excited to finally share that I have partnered with Seint. This is a huge exposure for me. I have been holding myself back for a while now, but I'm going for it. So I hope you'll follow along more in the caption.
Did I grab the caption? No. The video, I feel like, is enough. I think it is absolutely vile. Why do I think it's vile? Because this is somebody that her entire platform has been used for helping people with OCD and with anxiety. So now all of a sudden, these people have trusted her. They have come to her place as a licensed therapist and taken her advice and interacted with her. And now all of a sudden she is selling Seint makeup, as we saw from the video. And she has been called out about it. And these are some of her responses from her stories. So today's video, I guess, is kind of going to be a little bit of a kind of like a story time. But I think it's very, very important that we talk about this stuff, that we talk about these living, breathing examples of people using a bait and switch for their audience. And also, this is particularly vile, in my opinion, because you have people that have created this place, or feel like this place is safe, that this person created, to talk about OCD and to talk about anxiety and to talk about their mental health struggles as a professional. And now she is pitching an MLM product. Let's get into the screenshots. Okay, so I have the screenshot pulled up here. I'm actually going to read it from my phone as well because it's a little bit small on my end. Hopefully you can read it on your end. It says, what about the ethical issues of marketing on your LPC page, though? I'm confused because it feels like you're marketing your makeup business to this audience / plan to sell on here, as evidenced by one comment reply for somebody to DM you, and that feels ethically problematic. Her response, and by the way, she put all of this in her stories. So she responds with, I do plan to sell it. How is that ethically problematic? Was selling my OCD workshops problematic? Is it unethical for, and this is blurred out, any other person to sell one of their OCD books on their page? She's basically, this is a false equivalence fallacy that she's using to justify what she's doing on her page, just in this very first screenshot. Comparing an OCD workshop from somebody that is a licensed therapist, this is what they do, and comparing that to an MLM product that we know many people, and I say this, I feel like on every video, but 99.7% of people lose money or don't make any at all when it comes to multi-level marketing. So they are being preyed on. So here you have a therapist that is saying, well, I do plan on selling it. And it is comparing it to OCD workshops or OCD books. They're not the same thing. When you go to these OCD workshops, are you required to recruit other people with OCD? Are you required to, like, no, that's not how that happens. It's like she's missing a part of the comp plan. That's what this feels like to me. So then she says, immediately sells, the little black square, immediately sells all of the makeup out of spite. So you're upset because somebody is calling you out for unethical behavior as a licensed therapist. Are you kidding me? Oh, and it doesn't get any better, you guys. It does not get any better. Let's go to the next screenshot. Okay. She says, so selling, or no, somebody responded to her and said, so selling makeup on your LPC page is primarily about supplementing your income, ? And you're aware that the people to whom you are marketing are likely in a vulnerable position with their mental health and trust you with that. And she responds, it is about income. Everything, excuse me, everything in this world is about income, just like being a therapist is about income. Oh, I thought maybe being a therapist was about helping people. Yes, you get paid for the job, but that seems, I would be concerned if she just became a therapist just for the money. That feels icky to me. Yes, I just said icky. It's not about altruistic and rainbows and butterflies. People I'm marketing to are vulnerable to buy anything, including workshops. Again, do I stop doing that? Not the same thing at all. Oh, happy to have this conversation again. When you have your master's and have been in the field for a while. So because this person does not have their master's and hasn't been in the field, her opinion doesn't matter to this therapist. If that is not a walking red flag, I don't know what is. She continues, I'm not sitting here maniacally scheming like, oh my God, how do I get them to buy things from me? Wahahaha. I love this product. I would be talking about it anyway. And of course, I will take the money instead of shoveling it over to somebody else. What do you think you are doing in a multi-level marketing company? Somebody signed you up and is making money off of you, off of the things that you are selling. I also should add that this is somebody that has 40,000 Instagram followers. And again, I'm going to say this over and over again. Her entire platform has been about anxiety and dealing with whatever word you want to put in there, OCD. Now, all of a sudden, she's selling product to somebody that, in her own words, knows is vulnerable. And it's not just about selling the makeup. It's about the business model. This is somebody that you can't tell me people aren't going to be like, well, how do I do this too? And we're going to talk about the Seint comp plan and all of that here shortly because, yeah. Anyways, let's go to the next screenshot. Okay. Somebody said to her, I think there's a significant difference between selling psychoeducation content on a page where you are primarily in the role of an LPC/educator and selling a specific brand of cosmetics that is not directly related to the general evidence-based treatment of OCD and other anxiety disorders. And this person responded with, okay, it's not unethical. If you don't like it, scroll past. Why do they always say that? This is my business. I literally quit my job with XX salary and benefits for my entire family to do this full time and continue to show up for people who literally reap the benefits of my work for free on a daily basis. But doesn't she sell OCD courses as well? So the free content that she's putting out is, in my opinion, a way to sell the OCD courses. So why add this? You know, will I accept an additional source of income for something I already talk about anyways? Absolutely. LOL. And then she says, guys, please acknowledge that there are real people on the other side of this screen. Yes, I have bills to pay and a real legitimate life. Nobody is questioning that. They're saying, hey, this doesn't seem very ethical. You are selling an MLM product that is based on an unethical business model to people that have come to your page for OCD and anxiety information, treatment, those types of things where they can access OCD courses and anxiety courses and whatnot, whatever it is that she offers based on her professional education and her being a therapist. And she's upset that people are calling that out. Well, you can scroll on by. Listen, I gave up so much. I give people free content, so I should be able to capitalize off of this. What? This is so foul. Let's go to the next one. Okay, and this one she says, thanks for contacting me directly, though. I think this is the continuation of that conversation. Thanks for contacting me directly, though. That is the thing I do appreciate. Also, I sell a lot of other things. Notch, Instagram insurance, Flowdesk, emails for businesses. I get discounts for Whoop, a free month every time somebody signs up. What's the difference? Let's talk about that. What is the difference between those things, which are probably some sort of affiliate marketing, and a multi-level marketing company? Well, in any of those things, she gets a little kickback, a little commission, if you will, for somebody signing up, using the services, but there's no recruitment requirement in order to rank advance, in order to make more money. And in fact, there's not even a comp plan for these things. It is, hey, when you have somebody sign up, just like she said, when you have somebody sign up for Whoop, a free month for every time somebody signs up. That is your quote unquote commission that you get for sharing your code. But when you're in a multi-level marketing company and you sign up to sell whatever product, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, I want to make more money. I want to do this. And then you figure out that the way that you make more money in the majority of these MLM companies, if not all of them, is to recruit people to do the same thing that you are, and then you get paid off of them. And when you compare the amount of money that you make from the commission on the product, on selling a product, and you compare it to how much you make off of recruiting, there are huge differences. So ethically, morally, all of that is foul, in my opinion. So then under there, she says, make it make sense. Sorry, my Enneagram 8 is coming out. No, ma'am, your greed is coming out. You're trying to capitalize on your audience that has built trust with you. And I think it's foul. And I think it is, in my opinion, what we see from a lot of other influencers that join a multi-level marketing company. They have created this brand. They have created this place where people can come and laugh and get educated and whatever else their brand is about. And then all of a sudden they're being pitched this product. And then they're not forthcoming about it being a multi-level marketing company. People sign up and they're like, wait, I trusted this person. I'm not making any money. I just think it's disgusting. I wish I could be calm, cool, and collected like most therapists, but I'm also a person, and I think you guys appreciate my authenticity. So here, welcome to my world. Oh my God. Let's go to the next picture. Okay, you're fine. We're not incapable of making our own decisions about what to buy. Thank you. No one here is fragile. But earlier in the other messages, she admits that people are vulnerable. But now it's different because somebody's like, hey, you're doing a good job. Then she says, heck yes, just when I'm about to dip and quit everything, the real crew comes out to save the day. Oh my God. We're just going to keep it moving. Okay, here's the next one. She says, I'll be selling more too because I've been #blessed to be recognized for my wonderful talents on social media, which I learned completely and entirely by my dang self, which I am very proud of. And there are lots of brands who want to work with me. What a cool thing. I've dreamt of this. I've been playing small for 32 years and I don't feel like doing it anymore. First of all, you are not partnering with a brand. You are signing up as a 1099 contracted employee with Seint Makeup. They're not partnering with you. And a lot of these influencers that join these multi-level marketing companies, that is how they say it. They say, oh, well, I'm partnering with this company. No, you bought a kit and you became a distributor for that company. You're not partnered with anybody. And in fact, her next paragraph says that I would never ever partner with a brand or product I didn't love, but when I do, I will be featuring it on my page. Well, that's fine, but maybe as a therapist helping people that are in vulnerable places and using your platform where you created a safe place for those vulnerable people that are trying to learn how to manage OCD and anxiety, maybe not pitch something where the majority of people lose money or don't make any at all. You can love a product. I think it's fantastic if she wanted to do affiliate marketing and she found brands, because according to her, there's lots of brands that want to work with her, but she chose a multi-level marketing company. Why? Because she knows she can recruit from her audience and make the most money. Like, come on. Whatever. I was at a job for 8 years and left because I wasn't given a 25-cent raise. But then earlier in these messages, she is, I don't want to say shaming, but she brings up the fact that she left a job making XX money. And she's telling this person, you know, I give away all this content for free. I should be able to make some money too. Well, don't you have a bunch of brands that want to work with you? Oh, God. I left another job because I felt like my talents weren't recognized and I was being taken advantage of. No more. How ironic that she joined a multi-level marketing company because she doesn't want to be because she had left jobs previously that wouldn't give her a 25-cent raise, or that she felt like she was being taken advantage of. I wouldn't want any of you guys to play small, so I won't either. This whole concept of playing small is a very multi-level marketing thing. And in my opinion, this just tells me everything that I need to know about who she is, where she's at, and the quote unquote mindset now because of the multi-level marketing company. All right, this next one says, I get down on myself when these things happen. They have before and will continue to happen because I'm like, Jenna, just relax. Jenna, how would insert wonderfully composed therapist here react? You should do that more. You know what's funny is not funny like haha, but like interesting. A therapist that is in it for the people, that is getting paid for their time, that is wanting to help people work through their stuff, is not going to bait and switch their audience on their Instagram page just to make a quick buck. I cannot see a therapist that, I don't even know how I want to word this. So I think I'm just going to move forward. This doesn't sit well with me at all. And I know probably for you guys too. You should do that less. What would so-and-so think? And I don't know, guys. I just can't keep up with all the comparisons and who I should be like and how I should be calmer or less bold or more professional, but also authentic like. So now she's just playing the victim. She got called out. She doesn't like it. And now she's like, well, listen, guys, I've given up so much. That's the whole reason, in my opinion, that she has all of this stuff in her stories. It's all so hard to balance and you can't get it right. No, you can get it right, because you could say, hey, I joined this company. Oh, maybe she wasn't aware it was a multi-level marketing company. Now she is. Maybe she wasn't really sure. she should be now, because people called her out on it because she put it in her stories. And those are just the stories that she's featured. I know that there probably were a lot more messages, considering she has 40,000 Instagram followers, 40,000 plus Instagram followers. And I know that there were people that were like, hey, this isn't right. That's a multi-level marketing company. And hey, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to say, hey, I really thought this was a legitimate company, and so many of you brought it to my attention. I made a mistake, and so I'm going to work with some of these other brands rather than, putting you guys in jeopardy and making this place that we created together, this safe place, not so safe anymore. But instead, she's focused on the money because she knows she can recruit some of these people that have been following her, because in her words from earlier, they're in a vulnerable place. They'll buy anything. They could buy anything. So why not buy it from her? Ugh. Oh man. Okay. So my goal is just to be here. Be me. Hope it helps a lot of people along the way, and practice what I preach. Let's go to the next slides. Okay, so this next one says, people are nuts. Keep doing what you're doing. Make as much money as you can with the products you believe in. You're an influencer, so it's expected. I don't see anything wrong with talking about a product. In fact, it's a nice break to hear about something else too. Oh, people are not nuts. People have real experiences in multi-level marketing. People have lost real money. People have lost themselves, relationships. None of this is a joke. And the fact that this person is like, people are nuts, is downplaying people's real stories and real, in my opinion, traumas from dealing with multi-level marketing companies and some of the leaders that are in these companies. She responds, I think so too. And it's so nice for me is in all caps, to talk about something else for a change. It's also nice to work with people, again, from a different company. I work from home by myself, and it can be extremely lonely and isolating. And under that, she says, this is very important. This is so foul. I don't like this one bit. We have some more slides, and then there's another video from her stories that I want to play, and then we're going to talk about Seint. Okay, let's go to the next. Okay, she says, also, OCD and anxiety tip, but also just life in general tip. When you do something scary and when you get an indication from the real world that that might not have been a good idea, stay committed to your values. So what she is doing is, even though she's being called out, she is doubling down and saying, listen, I know that many of you probably think this isn't a good idea, but I think it's a great idea, and I'm going to stay committed to my values. Meanwhile, her values are wrapped into a multi-level marketing company. I know that for my audience here, I don't need to say any more about that, but wow, that says a whole lot about her, in my opinion. Talk yourself into your values even more. Go hard on your values. Don't even let the anxiety take an inch, not even an inch of you doubting yourself or going backwards or trying to dig yourself out of a decision you made. So, of course, she's not going to admit, hey, maybe I made a mistake here. She's going to double down. This is disgusting. You commit and you love your commitment, even if it feels scary, and you keep freaking going. And then she continues into this next one and says, I share these stories because I think it also demonstrates some good OCD anxiety lessons. I'm not going to stop selling. Again, doubling down, even though she's been called out. I'm going to go even harder on selling, within reason, of course, and in a way that also aligned with my values. Well, which is it? Are you going to go harder on selling, or are you going to honor your values? Because the LOL at the end of that statement doesn't make that less, I don't know, foul. I don't even know. Ridiculous. Scared about posting it? Maybe I'll just do it today just because. To go back now would give my brain the message that I can't make decisions, that I can't handle difficult emotions, that anxiety is dangerous, etc. So now she's talking back to her audience that have followed her for OCD and anxiety help. And I don't even know how to describe what she is doing here, because it's, in my opinion, it's predatory. Absolutely. And then how would I show up for the next big life challenge or uncomfortable circumstance? Well, hopefully the next uncomfortable circumstance doesn't involve preying on vulnerable people to join a multi-level marketing company where the majority of people lose money or don't make any at all. Probably wouldn't feel very confident or capable. Fear and discomfort are not necessarily signs that you're doing something wrong or bad. You just need to keep going. But if it involves a multi-level marketing company and people are saying, hey, this seems kind of odd. You're a licensed therapist, and now all of a sudden you're trying to sell this product and they're trying to educate you. And instead of listening and going, oh man, I made a mistake, she's doubling down. Yikes. All right, here's some more screenshots that she shared. I understand you've had a big career shift and need to pay the bills, but I think if you want to peddle lifestyle goods, this should be on a separate page to your OCD content. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth, and I think I'm going to need to cancel my subscription. Would be happy to follow back if you create separate pages for your OCD content and lifestyle promotion content. Having them both combined delegitimizes your amazing OCD content, in my opinion. I think that that is beautifully said. But here's the thing. I mean, I agree with this. I think that that is a great suggestion, but she doesn't have 40,000 followers if she were to start over separately. Even though she said she's good at building in social media, or she will, here in some screenshots coming up. Um, she doesn't want to have to do that because she's got, over 40,000 followers that she can pitch this to. Yikes. Her response, hey, I get what you're saying, but I do not have the capacity to do 2 separate accounts. You do what you got to do. I would question too. Do you ever unfollow me for other lifestyle things I show? Like my stories about karate with my son, my gym that I go to, none of those require recruiting. You're not trying to make money off of sharing stories about karate or your gym. You're trying to make money off of sharing products and a business model from a multi-level marketing company. Very, very different. Again, this is a false equivalence fallacy. These are not the same things. And even if she starts mentioning, selling lifestyle products that are not multi-level marketing, that's not the same thing. There's no recruiting aspect to that. I'm a whole person with lots of different interests and needs, and I can't exist here for you. Not you personally, obviously. You as in everyone who follows me. I totally respect your decision and wish you the best. Here if and when you ever need some good OCD content. Again, doubling down. Let's go to the next one. I think what anyone is trying to say, but doesn't know how, they trust your content has no agenda. And there it is, you guys. If there's going to be a post a week on sending your followers to buy a product, you're helping a company sell. How can they trust all the content leading up and after isn't just to get them to buy stuff? It's a trust thing. And a lot of people just aren't equipped with a healthy trust. It's the difference between listen to me, I'm here to help, and listen to me, I'm here to sell. Another beautiful person having an honest conversation with her. I love that. And then she says, I get that, and I have bills to pay. Okay. It would be completely unreal and inauthentic to say otherwise. Am I supposed to just show up for free selflessly every day? Why do we expect therapists to be the ultimate demonstrators or unforgiving altruism? I have a life too. Well, if that's the case, maybe not make your whole brand about offering OCD and anxiety help on Instagram. Maybe create a lifestyle page where you're sharing everything. And then this wouldn't be so shocking to so many people that chose to follow you because of the free content that you put out. By the way, I'm pretty sure that your Instagram is more than likely monetized. So the reels and stuff that you're making, you're probably making some money off of them. Then she says, just explaining different sides here so you can all see where I'm coming from. And then we can pipe down about it. We're not going to pipe down about it. What you're doing, in my opinion, is unethical. Absolutely. And this is what she has in a little tiny box here at the bottom. This is what angers me so much. And it's the fact that she feels, well, it appears, let me say it that way. It appears that she feels, listen, I've been giving you guys all this free content. Now it's time for me to collect my checks. That's what this feels like. And for somebody that, I can't imagine how somebody that has been following this person for so long must feel like. All of a sudden somebody that they have respected is now, oh, I'm going to share this makeup thing. I'm going to share this thing. And then they find out it's a multi-level marketing company and they're like, wait a second. This feels really weird. Like feels really, I just can't imagine what some of her followers are feeling like. Okay, then she has this. I have to say, this is a message somebody sent her. I have to say, I honestly can't believe the conversation is still going. You've shown other products like Olive and June nail polish and your favorite daily planners. It's not like you're saying you must buy these things or you can't support about OCD if you don't give me money. You're saying, hey, I like this. If you want to follow along on my journey, this is something that brings me joy. Maybe it'll bring you joy too. Now, if it weren't a multi-level marketing company, cool. If you like the makeup, if you like the whatever, right on. But these people are missing the point that it's a multi-level marketing company. Again, we're going to get to the Seint income disclosure statement. We're going to get to the Seint comp plan because there are some very significant things that I need to point out. And she also puts on this in her stories. I also cannot believe this conversation is still going, but in true Enneagram 8 form, I'm here. So this is another conversation. She says it's absolutely bananas. Either way, this is somebody else. Either way, don't let it get you down. It's not just about the bills. I know you're legitimizing therapists making money, and that's so on point. And by the way, therapists should make money. Social workers should make money. Teachers should definitely make more money. These are people that are serving our community. They need to be paid for their time. But joining a multi-level marketing company, baiting and switching your audience, this isn't it. So now we have more, in my opinion, victim type mentality. Don't ever grow a social media following. Just don't. LMAO. The LOLs, the LMAOs at the end of all of this, trying to make light of the situation, I feel like that just makes this 10 times worse. So this person responds to her and says, it's all about you getting to share what makes you, you. The autonomy of being a real, authentic human. How is sharing a multi-level marketing product and eventually the business plan, how is that the definition of autonomy and being a real, authentic human? That doesn't even make any sense. The money is the byproduct of you being amazing at what you do. There are people who make money doing far worse things than saying, I feel so good about me. I want to share this with you if you're in that place. Oh, so because there's far worse things that people are making money off, that makes this okay. That, like, the logic makes no sense there. None. She said, thank you. It's exactly how I feel. And then her friend says, I know it feels big. I won't grow a huge following because that's not my goal, but you are doing amazing things. Yeah, okay. To which she says in that little black box there, this is one of my best friends in real life. LOL, like opposed to internet life. And she just voiced so well why I'm so angry about this. You're angry because you're being called out on it. You're angry because people are not liking what you're doing because it doesn't feel right to them either. You're angry, in my opinion, because the cognitive dissonance is literally screaming in your face. And rather than sitting in it and going, well, why do I feel uncomfortable? Why am I angry? Maybe you should journal. Maybe you should journal that. Because what you are doing is you are taking advantage of an audience and relationships with that audience that trusted you to help them as a certified licensed professional. And you're taking advantage of it and people see it. And my favorite part about all this is that she ends this with a quote from our friend Colleen over at No Shame Sales Game. And it says, if network marketing was a male dominated industry, people wouldn't be nearly as critical of it. No, that's not the case. This person is not the victim, even though that's what she's trying to do here. She is somebody that has built an audience by providing content about OCD and anxiety, and people have trusted her. And now she has baited and switched what she is doing for her own personal gain on a platform that she has created that is providing a service for people, and she's mad that people are calling her out. Oh, I don't like it. Not one bit. Let's watch. She has some a video in her stories. So let's watch that.
Also, I just got off a call where I just freshly talked about this. So I'm feeling a little bit pumped up. You can see my hives. I'm like breaking out. Therapist.
So she just got off of probably a Seint training Zoom, and that's why she's like, okay, let's go. Let's hear what she has to say.
Are people too. When I went to grad school, it was like taboo to even have a family picture on your desk. Or if you liked the Packers, you shouldn't, say that. You shouldn't like have a Packers mouse pad, God forbid. Like we don't do that to any other professional. We don't do that to any other professional. And we don't expect them to be completely void of personality, completely void of their own internal workings, internal viewpoints, perspectives, and
nobody is saying that. Nobody is saying that you can't be you on social media. I feel like she's trying to blanket this to present it like she is the victim here, and she's not hearing what people are telling her that she shared in her stories. People are pointing out the fact that here you are as a therapist, and given the content that she has shared, now she is all of a sudden selling a multi-level marketing company. And when you look at the stats and the data provided by Seint Makeup, you realize that the majority of people are not making a lot of money, even though many people join multi-level marketing under the guise that they're going to make money, because that's how it is presented on social media. You're going to make some money. You're going to be your own boss, time freedom, all of that stuff. In my opinion, this person knows that she's going to make money because she has a large following on social media. And one thing that we do see is people that have a large following, people that get into these companies early and recruit, are the ones that are typically at the top of the pyramid. This person has the potential to be at the top of the pyramid because of her following. And rather than hearing the people that have built this relationship with her, she is choosing to double down. She is choosing to now play the victim. Listen, I'm a therapist. I'm a person too. I'm allowed to have interests. Well, absolutely you are. But let's not forget the fact that you've created this platform to help people with OCD and anxiety, and people are allowed to have feelings about, well, hang on a second. Now you're talking about makeup? I don't understand what's going on. This is very uncomfortable to me.
Still attend the session completely altruistically for free and just continue to give and give and give and give and give and give and give with like all these ridiculous standards too. Like, what do people?
I don't know what happened. Like her video just ended, but yikes. Let me just double check. I think that's all the screenshots that I have. But now let's go into Seint Makeup, because there are some very interesting things. I'm going to quickly go over the income disclosure statement, and then I want to point out something in their comp plan. Okay, so now that we have talked about what she is doing, how she's responding on her social media, on her Instagram, let's talk about the income disclosure statement. So keep in mind that this person is talking about money. Money keeps coming up. She should be paid, all of these things. So let's look at Seint. I know that I've covered this income disclosure statement before, and I'm going to also include the link to this in the video description, so that if you want to take a closer look, because I know that this is kind of small on the screen, you can do it that way as well. So this is from 2020. And they, from what I can see, they don't have a median income. So they don't have that midline. They just have the average. And so they have 10 ranks. Artist one is 32.38% of the company, and they average annual income in 2020, $69. Artist two is 57.60% of the company. So already we are at, I don't know, what is this? 89%, almost 90% of the company. And artist 2 in 2020 made $890 for the year. Artist 3, and this is very significant, and you guys will understand why in just a second. I'm really wanting to start to dive into these comp plans and the income disclosure statements and match them up. And again, this will make sense in just a second. Artist 3 is 6.26% of the company, and their annual income from 2020 was $4,835. So you jump from 890 at artist 2 to 4,000, almost $5,000. This, in my opinion, but I'm going to show you here shortly, is where recruiting starts. So the difference in pay is because of having team members under them. This is exactly the point that myself and other content creators within the anti-MLM movement talk about, that the recruiting is what pays. This right here. It's not the sale of the product like this person is trying to pitch. She's got a captive audience with people that she has built a trusting relationship with as a licensed therapist. And she's saying, well, I'm just trying to sell the product. We'll see that that's not how this is going to work out. But first, let's go through the rest of this. Artist 4 is 2.15% of the company. And in 2020, they made $12,000 on average, $12,339. Artist 5, 0.91% of the company and averaged $22,423 for the year. Artist 6, 0.39% of the company, $50,950 average for 2020. Artist 7, 0.23% of the company, and they made $141,054. Or no, excuse me, 54 cents. $141,054 in 2020. Artist 8, 0.04%, $206,399. Artist 9, 0.02%, $703,695. Artist 10, which is the top rank in the company, 0.01%. At this time that this income disclosure statement was put out, there were only 2 artists in the entire company that hit this rank, and they made almost $1.4 million average in 2020. Now, why am I pointing all of this out? Because these income disclosure statements, yes, the number that they talk about people making on average, or if they have a median income for whatever year we're looking at, these are very significant. These are, a lot of times people don't see these unless they come across anti-MLM content where, you know, we're covering stuff like this, and they are brought in through these relationships that they are built, or that are built online. People are trusting this person, and all of a sudden they're talking about makeup, and people are going to trust the fact that she has done her due diligence. I know they love using that phrase, you know, to make sure that it's a good product. But the fact is, when you look at this income disclosure statement and you see the difference in artist 1, artist 2, artist 3, and then you compare it to the comp plan, which I'm going to pull up right now. I know that this is kind of small to see, but if you compare the comp plan with the income disclosure statement, there are a lot of things that really kind of make sense, not in a good way, but like, I see what she's doing here. And if you look at this, the top has all of the ranks, and then to the left, and I know that it's kind of small, just bear with me here, guys. It says, let's see, ranks about on the top, and then below it, it says to qualify, retail commissions, enroller bonus, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what you're getting paid out. Now, this is what I really want you guys to pay attention to. When you look at these different ranks, what you will see is level 1, you have to purchase your kit and complete training, and you're going to earn, does that say 20 or 30? I think that says 20% commission. And then the second rank is you have to accumulate your first something in CV one time, does not have to be within 1 month. So I bet that that's either customer volume or personal volume, not sure. And then you get 20 to up to 40% retail commission, and that is based off of what you sell. But I want us to look at this third rank. You have to reach a certain amount in CV qualifying in the qualifying month. And here is where you have to have 2 active legs, meaning this is the point at rank 3 that you have to start recruiting in order to make more money. This is the part of the income disclosure statement that goes from $890, I believe it was, to almost $5,000. So rank 2, according to Seint Makeup, they make or made in 2020 $890. And then rank 3, where you start recruiting, you're making almost 5,000. So please explain to me how this person who is a therapist and has over 40,000 followers on Instagram that she has created this relationship with to help them with their OCD, to help them with anxiety, to help them manage their day and just function on whatever level they're trying to function on, now is pitching something that absolutely, in my opinion, is a predatory business model where the more money you make, or you make more money by recruiting. These companies, these people say, oh, well, you don't have to recruit. You don't have to do any of that. Okay, so you mean to tell me that this therapist that wants to make additional income is going to be okay with $890 at rank 2 for the year? No. She's going to recruit because her people are telling her, listen, you've got 40,000 followers. So you should recruit, you should do this, you should do that because you're going to make a lot of money. And she's going, oh my God, I'm going to make a lot of money. And that's why she's so mad. And that's why, in my opinion, she's doubling down and has the stance that she does instead of listening to these people that have developed some sort of a relationship with her online because of the advice that she's giving, because of her specialty, because of her licensing, because she is a therapist. That's why she's mad. She's being called out on it. So I'm going to start doing a series on TikTok. If you guys don't already follow me over there, I'm going to start matching up income disclosure statements and also comp plans to show you the points where, hey, this is where you make more money. And this is why, because you're recruiting, because you have team volume. There's requirements here. I'm going to start doing that over on TikTok. I'll probably share them as shorts if I can, depending on how long they are, either on here on YouTube or on Instagram, because I think it's important. It's one thing to cover income disclosure statements, but it's another thing to like pair it with the comp plan. So this actually gave me the idea to do that because she can sit here and say, oh, well, I'm just going to earn, 20 to 40% off of the sales. You mean to tell me you're not going to recruit when you have over 40,000 Instagram followers? We all know that that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to recruit. And to me, this is an abuse of power, in my opinion. To me, this is a bait and switch. To me, I think that she ought to be ashamed of herself, honestly. I think it's foul. You're not just selling makeup. You're participating in a predatory business model where the first 2 ranks that make up over 90% or almost 90% of the company are making either $69 for the entire year or $890 for the entire year based on Seint's income disclosure statement. Yeah, disgusting. Anyways, if you guys liked this style of video, I know that there was a lot of kind of like formatting stuff. This was kind of a new way to do this, but I felt like it was important that I talked about this. I felt like it was important that we talk about the bait and switch kind of thing that we see going and the abuse of power. And I think that it's absolutely disgusting. And if you are somebody that follows this individual and something doesn't feel right, I want to encourage you to trust your gut. Trust your gut. Thank you guys for all the commentary, all the comments and that stuff. I appreciate it so much. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe. It's free and it helps me get the word out about these predatory type situations, again, in my opinion, out so other people don't fall victim to them. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching the whole way through. And I will see you on the next video. By the way, don't join an MLM. Okay, that's all I got. See you next time. Bye, everybody.